Hello, hello. We are reading a new chapter of Saki. It's chapter 205. It's called Evolution. We are continuing in the super explosive first round of the long awaited finals. So far, it has been living up to all of the hype that has been growing this time. Yuki, of course, had her second Tenho, which is just absolutely absurd and insane. Going into her dealership in the East Wind, the second hand, she thought she was on top of the world, but then, shockingly, losing a hand to the precise samurai girl who always knows the right striking distance. East won of the first half with some help from number 1 and number 3. Even faster Dora girl from Nara managed to win the hand. That was in the 4th bonus, so she was already kind of winding down. Her speed, of course, peaking right at the start and then slowing down as the match continues. But this time, I guess because it's the second round, she's probably a little slower overall, but still, the strength of her to make her lose her dealership all by herself and just in the first bonus, like barely slowing down at all, but still managed to strike. Meanwhile, we have Kuro. My dealer turn in the last place by far. I have to make sure I win this hand. So far, Kuro has been the least dynamic of the 4 players in this round. She certainly hasn't hit any Yakuman, at least. And as Yuki mentioned, she was able to stop her dealership in the first round, but it was kind of like a team effort. It wasn't something that she herself benefited that much from. More just debating Yuki's relentless attacks. So what can she do? Alright, so she has a triplet of Ton already, having the round wind and your seat wind. No, that's not her seat wind. But having the round wind concealed as a triplet already is pretty fantastic. Oh, and it's Dora, too! Okay, so she's got an extremely strong hand. I can see another Dora, of course. She's the dragon of Ikiga. Stepping closer and closer. She can sense the samurai-esque girl drawing her blade. Sumo already with Sanbaiman. This is, what's this called? Chitoitsu? Chiitsu? Chiitsu, yeah, Chiitsu. All one tile, or all one suit. Shockingly, much harder to get than it looks. Honitsu, where you can have one suit plus honors. Very, very significantly easier. But yeah, that's an amazing hand to pull out so quickly. Outdoors and without Richi, she still managed to score Sanbaiman. It's time to set up a solid defense. He's 3. Even if I fold, I can still lose points if someone wins by sumo. Besides, me defending in the East round. Yeah, this isn't like Yuki at all. Yuki to be put on the back foot already. She's not a defensive player in the best of times. Also, why is it that these girls are the ones that they cut to for their reaction? I don't know. Like, I'm always happy with this kind of plot element of Saki, that all the girls from the other teams will watch the matches that we're seeing unfold, so we can cut back to their reactions as they watch it on TV or whatever. But I don't know, just like their choice of girls in different situations. Sometimes it makes a lot of sense. Other times it's like, why are these characters specifically contemplating this at this time? But whatever. So yeah, Yuki, not a defensive player to begin with. Certainly not a defensive player in the East round. Already contemplating folding. Shot is the champion discarded 2 turns ago. So this feels like a safe discard, she's thinking. Ooh, but it was a trap. It was a trap. Yuki gets wronged on a big hand. That could be enough to knock her from first place. Yeah, she's not in first anymore. Underneath now, Teru's champion school. And then, of course, Teru begins her reign of terror. It started. Starting with a pretty small hand. Winning from something else. What happened to the sumo only restriction? Barely made it the first time. I don't think it would work a second time. So yeah, before, she just had accumulating power in sumos. Here she starts on a run. Sumo's the next hand. It's still accumulating strength. Getting stronger and stronger. 3 consecutive wins already. 3 consecutive wins from the champion. Champion's big counterattack started once more. Yeah, you know this routine. Trudeau, looking at her score, it's dangerously close to busting out. If she gets hit with a couple hands directly, that could easily be GG. Because the hands from Teru are going to start getting so big now. I'm the only one who's lost a lot of points, and I only have 1 dealership left. Even if you get there, that's a big assumption, given that, you know, Teru just wants to combo into Yakuman again. Riichi to increase her points already. Right, so Teru's restriction of always needing to have hands increasing in points can be quite difficult, especially since they have the Dora magnet at the table. So the fact that she's already kind of implementing Riichi to make stronger hands has her teammates a little concerned here. But of course it's like, you know, it's not just that she has to play within this restriction, it's that she's blessed insofar as she's able to play within this restriction. But, you know, Kuro's doing something pretty spooky. This fog might be Takamo Shizuno's fog. Ooh. So at first she thought the Ikigahen girls kind of shared this sort of foggy attack type thing that we saw Shizuno used to such great effect in the finale of Ikigahen. But this sort of fog, this kind of Dora draining fog, I guess, she's not the same Atsumi-san from the semifinals. Something welling up within her. She declares Riichi. Not very typical for her style of play. Ooh, and this is really quite creepy. And this is something that I always find quite interesting in Saki. Is, you know, all of the character designs are very, like, cute and endearing, and they generally get along and have pleasant personalities too, but then sometimes the depiction of their actual powers is so dark and unnerving and genuinely trying to create this sort of gap between the moe of the character and this idea of, like, a deep, staticky fog from which 3 kind of primordial dragons are emerging. And Teru is freaked out to see the triple dragon threat from, is she going to get a Yakuman too? Is that what it's implying here? That she's going to get 3 dragons? I mean, come on. Tenho, possibly hardest Yakuman to get, just in terms of sheer luck. 8 gates or whatever it's called, the one that Teru got. Certainly the hardest in terms of restrictions. Certainly in terms of ones that you actually have to build and not just be given to you. That's by far the most limiting one. Which is why it's sometimes counted as a double Yakuman. But then you get 3 dragons. 3 dragons is super easy. Even I've gotten 3 dragons. I think that's what it's hinting at, though. I don't know. She transformed herself. So Teru plays into her hand. A very rare error. Usually Teru's mirror and her just general, genuine skill at Mahjong prevent this sort of thing from happening. But here, amid her dealership, Kuro has somehow activated. The Wounded Dragon snaps at the champion's throat. What hand does she have? Do we get 1 more page? I don't think so. Yeah, that's it. So is it actually 3 dragons? It seems weird that instead of having that be the big finale of this chapter, that Reitz has decided to save that for the opening of next chapter, I guess, the actual reveal of what hand she has. I don't know, alright. I'm not sure why you would do that, but that's fine. It makes me eagerly await the next chapter, that's for sure. I'm kind of thinking she's going to hit her with the Yakuman. Babby's first Yakuman. And then we're going to go up to now 4 Yakumans in 1 game. This is insane. This is the finals. I hope this is what you wanted for the finals. It certainly is for me. You can say it's ridiculous. You can say it's way too over the top at this point. You can say it's approaching the territory of the Legend of Koizumi. But I'm totally fine with it. It's the sense of escalation that I love. You know? It's a real shonen-esque sort of feeling. That it's like, alright, we're in the finals now. everyone is this strong. All of this crazy stuff is going to happen. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Okay, that's all for now. Bye-bye.